This is one
Beautiful
whiskey Dave
faces.
talking to you. It hits
What,
quick.
just wait
You
till
can always
two
tell
whiskey
how long
Dave.
we've been in
Yeah.
lockdown by how long my beard starts to get because I just stopped maintaining anything.
It's whiskey time now.
Hey everybody, welcome to Another Proof. My name's Ian. Dave just serenaded with us a beautiful song, so I hope you enjoy it.
You're welcome. I'm Dave, and I just love singing, and I love whiskey, and I've missed my people.
It's been a while.
It's been way too long, boys. I'm Daryl, the Whiskey Sith. Tonight, let's jump right into Bearface.
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 Yeah, the bottle does that to you. I wish I had it here, but
The bottle is, it's a very standard bottle, but then they go and put these nice bear claw scratches in it. So,
like Wolverine.
without that, it'd be very plain Jane, but I like what they've done on it.
Well, guys, thank you for sharing your Bearface with me. I'm excited to have some of this. I've never had it before. I don't even know what it is. What are we drinking?
Well, we have two. We have the standard offering Bearface 7-year-old. I believe it's a rye. That's aged in a couple barrels, and then we have a fancy one here. It's the Bearface 111, right, Daryl? That's finished in something. What is it?
Yeah, it's the 111 series. It's the first of, I guess they're probably doing these limited releases. It's 10 parts Bearface cut with 1 part agave espadín. If I say that right, which is
agave something. Mezcal?
Yeah, it's a mezcal or a tequila spirit.
Well, there we go.
Nice.
So get the salt and the lime and let's get after this.
Right? Don't shoot it. Don't shoot it. Don't shoot it. Don't shoot it.
Don't shoot it. Bam. Show's done.
So I'm starting with the mezcal one because I think it might be a little lighter just off the color and the nose. What do you think?
Yeah, so I don't know if it picks up. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely picks up the color
right there. This almost looks like a tequila.
Wow, it's got an interesting smoke smell to it.
Yeah, I don't pick up the smoke that much, but as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I could see that.
Yep, it's
a little like pungenty too. What is that smell?
Reminds me of a good aged tequila. Maybe not good, just an aged tequila. I'm not sure if it's good. Yeah, I haven't tasted it, but
I haven't had much tequila before.
Yeah, I've recently dabbled a little bit, and I like aged tequila. The aged tequila. Blanco or the white peppery one I don't care for as much, but when it's got some aged, so a Reposado or an Nino, I think they're pretty good. So
all right. Yeah. I think I steer away from tequila because there was literally one night in Vegas that tequila hit too hard, and I've only been to Vegas once, so
I was only there for one night and the tequila hit really hard.
Yeah, I think I puked in all of the bathrooms that casino had to offer.
It sounds like a good story. Dave's one night in Vegas.
Dave's one night in Vegas.
Maybe there's movies about it.
My favorite place to go, it's my first stop every time I've been to Vegas, is Diablo Cantina, and it's a tequila bar. And that's how I start my Vegas trip, is a flight of tequila.
Oh, wow.
And they have some very nice tequilas.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
A slight bit of saltiness off of the nose on it too.
Like your the rim of a margarita.
Maybe.
I just took a sip. It's very interesting.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think of it yet, but the way that it hit, I really like it.
I feel like it's summer. Summer in a glass.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely
it's quite complex.
I'm getting like a peppery. The salt, I'm still getting a bit of a saltiness. Is it my dinner or not? But
it's not quite a peat smoke, but
No.
I get it. There is some sort of smoke in there
On the
from
finish there,
something.
like on the like sits there on your tongue.
Sits there on your tongue, yeah, at the back,
Mhm.
and kind of sits there with that salt that Dave's talking about. It's
That's a very easy finish.
but it lasts. Like it's just sitting, still sitting.
Quite
For me, it's not
Sitting.
sitting on my tongue as much as it is the back of my throat. Normally I find like my whiskey, like if it leaves like that tingly tongue feeling or something, but this I find that it's kind of going back smooth. It's not like lingering too much on my tongue, but it's more like back palate.
That's because it's not tequila, Dave. You don't throw it past your tongue. Yeah, just slam it. Yeah.
Gargle it back. A little bittery.
It does have a little bitter, and I get a lot of this, like it's almost like a sweet barbecue smoke almost that's kind of sitting on my tongue. And then when I went back to the nose the one time, it's like a sweet pork almost.
Yes.
I was trying to place it, and as soon as you said barbecue,
Yeah,
I was thinking of the last time I smoked some ribs.
yeah, like a sweet pork barbecue kind of smell, which is really interesting.
Mm.
There must be some corn in the mash bill. I feel like I pick up the corn on that, and maybe a little rye, but or the blend. It's a Canadian, so they throw it all together.
Oh, this is Canadian.
Yeah,
Bearface is Canadian.
it
Oh,
is
Bearface.
Vancouver-ish, BC, I believe.
Okay. Are these readily available bottles in our local liquor stores?
The 7 year,
hard
yes.
to find now.
The next one we're going to talk about is absolutely available everywhere.
Okay.
It's we'll get to it. This one, it was a one-time release. It's still around. I've seen it at a few LCBOs recently.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it was a Canadian release. You can't get this in the US.
Gotcha.
Unless you have friends. And it was limited. I think they're trying some things with this 111 series, and this was the first one of those. So yeah, pretty neat. I'm excited to try it, or I'm glad I'm trying it.
It's interesting the barbecue flavor you pulled out. It says 1 part pit roasted agave espadín spirit from the Sierras of Oaxaca State, Mexico.
Sweet.
Okay.
So
yeah,
however they make that, but it's been put into a barbecue pit, I assume.
Well, I'm glad to be trying new whiskey because I won some money in my fantasy hockey pool. So I've got some money to spend, and my wife has heard me say, well, I've got some whiskey money now far too many times.
So she's like, just buy it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I might go pick up some Bearface. We're going to see how this goes.
It's an affordable, the 7 year is an affordable price. This one I think was around $50 ish. So really cool for a limited release. And really cool to try. So Daryl bought this one, and I'm really glad he did, because it's been on my like questionable list for a long time. But I'd never pulled the trigger because I was like, tequila, if I'm gonna want tequila, I'll buy a tequila, and I just didn't know what to think. But it's actually really pleasant. So
it's very pleasant, and I'm actually surprised for it being a 10-to-1 blend, how much of that mezcal flavor is coming through.
I would completely agree with that.
Bearface does, once we get to the 7-year-old, I feel it's got a very strong flavor itself that is hard, I would imagine is hard to override. But you get that mezcal, the pepper in there, some other notes that come with that. The bottle says floral. I don't really get a floral note on it.
No.
I do get the earthy note.
Earthy
I don't
for
pull
sure.
a lot of I don't pull a lot of floral notes from anything.
I definitely get some floral. I think that's the thing we're having a hard time describing. That sweet kind of florally. Think of flowers in the sun and Dave chasing bumblebees and all that stuff. I kind of get that, like maybe not like florals in a flower shop, but more like a springtime meadow, that kind of thing.
Delightful.
Yeah.
Maybe some horse galloping around in the background.
Well, that would change the smell an awful lot. So,
well,
yeah.
Good point. I like it. It's got good flavors.
Mm-hmm.
It's not overly strong. What's the proof on it? I would say, wait, if I'm gonna guess, I'd
Yeah,
say
take a
like
guess.
47%.
Oh,
Ooh, it's a 42.5.
yeah, I would say it's
Okay.
right close to 40.
And
Yeah.
I think it's the tequila spice or mezcal spice that might be making you feel it's a little more proof than it is.
Mm.
That
You know,
pepper might be giving you a bit more.
You know what? You know what I really like about this right now. Lately, we're in our third lockdown, so bottles have been destroyed lately. So it's more of what can I pour a big glass of instead of what can I
Mm.
pour nicely. And this, I thought I'd want a big glass of, but I don't. I want an ounce and just kind of really pick apart the flavors. It's been really fun to do that. So
Yeah.
this has surprised me a lot. I thought it would have been one of those bottles that you just pour like fairly large glass, maybe a bit of ice, and just go to town on. But no, it's really complex. There's some stuff going on in it. So kudos to Bearface for trying it
Mhm.
first of all and
Yeah.
pulling it off, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great summer whiskey. Definitely need to have it out when the smoker's going.
Mhm.
That would be a cool experiment.
Probably
Yeah.
would even pair quite nicely with a light or a medium-bodied cigar.
Yeah, probably.
Mm. It's just delightful.
It is. It really is.
And it is complex. Like you're saying, there's a lot of flavors to it there. There's a lot happening.
A lot more than I expected, especially based on the color, because of how light it was.
Yeah.
When we did our Japanese whiskey, we noticed that the Toki was the lightest color, and it was the lightest whiskey and kind of had the least character going on. But I feel like this, for how light it is, it reminds me of a Scotch that's super light color, but it's
Yeah.
got a whole bunch of pop to it. So
Yeah.
I
it's
think one of
it's
the
a
things
neat
I like
whiskey.
about it, going back, because I just picked up the 7-year to have a sniff of it, and the 7-year smells like a Canadian whiskey. Having not had it, it smells similar to like my Wiser's 18 almost, or my Wiser's 15.
Oh, really?
Like it has that sweet Canadian smell to it, where you know that you're going to be getting a little bit of like maple almost on the nose, on the tongue, but where this, like, I think the other one disguises the Canadian whiskey more. It's coming across as like a more complex worldly whiskey. It's crazy that these are same brand.
Yeah, I still get the Bearface, like the core of the Bearface in that mezcal one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You definitely smell it reminds me of like a corn, maybe a little bit of rye in there. But then you go to the 7-year and I get this, like, it's a bit bold for what it is. I get a lot of like a red fruit on it. So I know Dave went Canadian, like maple-ish, but I
Mm.
get this red fruit on it. Now I think that might be the oak they use to age it. They finish it in Hungarian oak, I believe.
Yeah,
Something,
it's
maybe a couple different
three
barrels.
different
Yeah,
barrels. I
I know
think
there's. Yeah.
I don't have the bottle in front of me, but I think it's French oak, Hungarian maybe, and wine barrel.
Yeah,
I
so
think it's
maybe
the
it's the
last one
wine
it's
barrel.
finished in.
Yeah, that I'm getting the red fruit from, but I like it. I enjoy it. This is also one that I do pour a little bit bigger glass and go for the rocks glass and sip on it while I'm watching a movie or something. It's a crushable bottle, as they say.
It definitely is.
Well, and this 7 is like, it's got a great like spicy punch to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot happening in there.
And I think that's why personally I lean towards that. I like that pop. I like the bourbon, the bold, and I feel like that um for a Canadian whiskey, it kind of delivers that bold punch.
Yeah. I'd say that the 7's a little bit lackluster on the nose though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm finding it coming up a little weak. I don't know if it's coming from the other one, which had a little bit more like complexity with like what I'm picking up is like a huge smoke and like what you said, the barbecue, like a mesquite, like barbecue.
Yeah, I can see that. The 7 is more traditional, whereas the mezcal one has a lot more weird going on.
Yeah,
in a good way, but yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to explain that one, because it's not something you expect out of a whiskey. We were close with the barrels for Bearface 7-year-old. It's ex-bourbon barrel, then into French oak wine barrels, and then the Hungarian oak is the finish.
So it's got some finish on there. Yeah.
That's crazy. And I love the process that they actually go and like pick these barrels out. Like, which barrel do we want to put our whiskey into? All right, let's throw it into a Hungarian bottle and see what happens. Like, where does the thought process come through there? And like, you're going to have to wait. It's not like it's one of those procedures that's like instant. It's like, let's see what happens here. We'll throw it in this barrel. Oh, that turned out good. I wonder how many whiskeys they end up like testing out and trying new things with, and then they come through garbage and like just wasted all that time and effort going into it. Or do they just slap a label on it and market it and see what people think?
Probably a little bit of both.
I'm not really sure. Yeah, I know. I feel like a lot of it becomes vodka at the end of the day.
Yeah, just keep her in there.
Let's just distill that again. Yeah,
we're just gonna put that back through. We're gonna make it into a nice white spirit, and we'll do well with that.
That'll blend into the black velvet, no problem. Yeah, we're good.
Oh boys, this is great. I have missed this so much. We have not gotten together in quite a while because
almost a month.
All of our lives have just gotten busy. And I know when we started this, we were all a little bored going through like another lockdown, and work was slow for everyone. And now things have picked up. Life has picked up. We're getting into spring, summer. Kids are going crazy. Work's going crazy for all of us. But to be able to sit down in an evening, not think about work, but just talk about whiskey and see your beautiful faces. Boys, I love you. This is one whiskey Dave talking to you. It hits quick.
Just wait.
You can always tell how long we've been in lockdown by how long my beard starts to get, because I just stop maintaining anything when they announce a lockdown.
Yeah, my hair is another story. It's a hot mess.
Sarah did this. It's not that bad.
No, it's actually good. Yeah. Maybe I'll come over and let Sarah. Oh no, I'm not allowed to come over.
Yeah, she hates it, but yeah. All right. So we've just reviewed both Bearface 111, the Mezcal series, and Bearface 7 Year, the standalone or mainstay of their lineup. Overall, what did you prefer and why? What do you think?
The 7-year-old is definitely a go-to compared to the 111 series, but I think they were made that way. And you've mentioned how crushable Bearface itself is, and it's so smooth. I don't find it overly sweet for a Canadian whiskey. It's got a lot of dry oak in it, which I really like. And but I think on a nice summer day with the barbecue going, you got some smoke coming out of there, you're smoking a brisket or some ribs or something else that's delicious. The 111 absolutely would be sitting there beside the barbecue.
Yeah, I really like what you said about it not being too sweet and the dry oak factor. I find I get that a lot on that 7 year, which is really enjoyable for me. So Dave, what do you think?
I think you summed it up well. The 7 year, I would go through that bottle way quicker, where the 111 would last longer on my shelf. And for me, when I'm drinking my whiskey, it's usually at night. The kids have gone to bed. I just want a nice ounce or two of something while I watch a show. And the 111 would be kind of what I think I would pour, because I'm going to sit there and I'm going to nose it a little bit more. I'm going to sit with it, enjoy it. Where I think the 7 year, I'm pouring it in a rocks glass, I'm pouring it tall, and I'm crushing through it a little bit heavier. So I think they're two very different whiskeys in that nature. And I'm going to probably finish 2 of the 7 year bottles before I finish 111, just because I feel like you can savor it more.
Full disclosure, that's why I don't have the bottle of 7 year, because it's crushed.
Yeah.
All right.
Both life great whiskeys, though.
Great whiskeys.
Are. Yeah.
And Bearface, I applaud you for trying this. They're a fairly new company in Canada, and I really like it. So Let us know what you think. If you've tried these, throw it in the comments. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And Daryl, what do you think?
I'm just gonna pull a pause right here because I was trying to think of our tagline.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Daryl, what do you think?
Oh my goodness, I'm just stuck. I'm enamored by the taste of this. We gotta share good whiskey and let the proof do the talking.
No, you can't do it like that.
All right, as we say, share good whiskey and let the proof do the talking.
The proof is talking. Cheers, cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Sorry, I guess that was my opportunity to jump in there.
Yeah, the eyebrows.
No, I got nothing. I was tapped out. I'm just enjoying my whiskey.
Oh, that's good.